Yeah, I don't need to introduce these guys. You know them by now. They are terrific and great years, sacrifice. They, to get to a point like this, it, it is difficult. And I'm so proud of the guys. I think we had a journey unlike any other teams. I mean, we start the season winning a game at Michigan State and beating a top five team, and then the pressure we had all the time. And what I learned about these guys, they love it. Like they absolutely love pressure, and they feed on it. They're extremely confident. They put in hard work. It is a joy to coach these guys, and like every single game. I mean, it's different guys. They care about each other. They want each other to be successful, and that's why we won a championship. It's a player led team, especially these two right here, and I'm so happy for JMU to get this. I know it's been a while. When I took over the job, I didn't know when, where, at what point, but I knew we were going to get it. And it takes a special group like this to be able to finish the deal, and just a great tournament. And I'm more excited to take these guys to the next one. And we don't have to wait until Selection Sunday to see if we're in. I mean, we know we're in, and we're dancing.
Open up now for questions. Paul, go ahead.
Coach A, Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports, Paul Radio. Just talk about the focus. I mean, you had that title on all the way, and what was that like?
If you would have watched our guys in our scout film today, and I was looking at their eyes, they were locked and ready. I mean, I looked around, and the entire room was like staring at every single thing and right into it, and I knew we'd play well. And it was like, almost for me to get out of the way. Xavier Brown and these guys and everything else, it was they're ready to play. Just keep it going. And but they were ready. Like when that game ended last night, they were ready for this. They're ready for this moment, and this moment's built for them.
Go ahead, Dave.
Dave Schultz, Locked On Sunbelt. Have you ever coached a team that only had one turnover and a half?
We've been pretty good. I don't know. You got to go back and look, but there's a couple times where it's been one turnover, two turnovers. We like to get the shots up, and we didn't have many assists, which normally we do. But at the same time, I thought the second half, I thought our passing started popping as well. I think we had 11 assists in the second half, and that was us. In the first half, just a different version of us, but that's still us too.
Question here from Zoom for Coach. With so much attention on the guys you have up here, what does it mean to have two of the younger guys in the rotation and Xavier Brown and Jalen Carey step up in the biggest game of the year?
Yeah, I mean, those two, I mean, you talk about being ready for a moment in the big stage. Xavier Brown was in some kind of zone, and I think everybody's wanted to stay away from him. Like this, I mean, he was on fire, and his speed, his aggressiveness, his shots just got us going. And then he kind of took a break a little bit. Then it was Jalen Carey's time, and that's what this team is. And if you look at the bench when this is what I love. You look at the bench when Xavier Brown was doing that, the bench was happy for him. All right. Then you look at what Jalen Carey was doing. I mean, the bench was going crazy. And then it's their time too. So we're a deep team, and yeah, the young guys, we're ready to play today.
Here in the front.
Coach Ben Grieco with Pensacola News Journal. You always talk about a tale of two halves. Usually it's a comeback win, but you bring up Xavier and how he just kind of controlled that first half, and then it came to the team-led effort in the second half. Talk about just kind of two very different teams, but same result.
Yeah, I mean, it's different versions, but I mean, I thought we were just playing basketball the right way. And, we were finding the guy who was hot in the first half. In the second half, we had more assists. Noah made a shot in the second half and got us going. I ran a play for him and Fat, and I thought one of them was going to get open, and two guys went with Fat, and then Noah made a tough shot. And then we started rolling after that. If you would have heard our huddle and our guys, it was a player-led team today. And they were like, their voices were strong and positive and belief in each other. And there's no way we're going to let this game get away. There was absolutely no way possible. We were going to win no matter what tonight.
Jarvis in the back right.
Yeah, Jarvis here in WHSV. Coach, when Xavier gets it going like that, how much does the game plan change on offense when you see he has the hot hand? Because it looked like it was, hey, once he knocks a couple down, like the offense kind of started going through him a little bit. He has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, like there was some things that were kind of drawn up for him, but there was things that's the way we play basketball. He got in transition. He made a tough shot. He banked one off the backboard. He made a tough pull up. Some of those are just being individually really good player. And there was a couple of times we drew some things up, called some things to try to put him in a good situation. He came through in those too.
Go ahead, Shane.
Shane Nutlin, Daily News Record. If Fields was just dominant last night, seemed like he had the ball in his hand 90% of the game. Like, what was the game plan defensively going in to try to limit him as much as you did?
You want to take it?
Yeah, we put Xavier Brown on him, and as good as X was on offense tonight, like I think he even did a better job even on the defensive end. Like he is annoying. Like you do not want him guarding you. He's full court, 90 feet, in your face, aggressive, and
Talking.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. That's what I would say.
Go ahead, Paul.
Coach, what's the season been like? You won the Sun Belt Championship. Do you feel like you've been fighting for respect throughout the country with your program?
You know what was crazy? I felt this way as we're coming down here. I felt like people forgot about us.
Yeah.
And we were on an incredible win streak, and that's what we weren't fading, and we were battling and everything else, and I knew we'd take care of business down here. The way we practice, and these guys, this was their mission. They were solely focused on this tournament, and it's not like we were asking for respect, but you can stamp it on us now. I mean, they got to give us respect for what we've done the entire year.
What are you going to expect come Selection Sunday? Then?
Yeah, I mean, I've been so caught up in this tournament. I don't know how many teams in the country got 31 wins. I don't think any right now. And then also, I don't think any team in the country has as most road wins as we do, and neutral site wins and everything else. So, we're not a team that gets to buy a bunch of home games and all that. We got to go on the road and compete and play games. And every time we threw something at these guys, they responded. And so wherever we go, we'll be excited, and we'll play well.
Go ahead, Shane.
For Mark and Matt, like you kind of gave him the keys to the program a little bit in the offseason, and to see him take on that responsibility, but still in a game like this, like he'll let it become Xavier Brown's game in the first half. Just what's it say about him, and just how's that kind of signify what this team is?
Answer for him. Yeah.
For both of you.
I'll let him answer. Go ahead, talk about yourself. And
Okay. I can
Mr.
say
Growth,
just
yes.
the maturity that the coaches helped me with on the off season and in North Rydell. Just they taught me how to play. I was already playing winning basketball, but they taught me how to, if it's not my moment, it's somebody else's moment, and find them in the game. And farther the season went, the more I learned that, and it's just. And I knew I had a good team around me. I knew I didn't have to take over no games for real. And every time it get late in the clock, I know a lot of people gonna come at me. And when I make the right play, every time something good happen for this team. And I love these guys, and they believe in me, and that's what makes me play so good, because I know these guys gonna be with me whether I make the shot or miss the shot.
yeah, I mean, from where he came in as a freshman to where he is now, I mean, he's an incredible basketball player now. He's always been good. But his mind and what he does in the game right now is completely different. He's all about winning, and sometimes it's big scoring nights or passing nights or whatever else. He's about winning, and just having him on the court, I think it's a comfort for the guys. And seeing him, especially look at his face in the first half, or you hear him in the huddle in the first half. I think he might have scored 2 points or whatever else, but he was still leading in a great voice. And then in the second half, I mean, he got going and finished the deal.
Coach, question here from Zoom. What does it feel like to win the Sun Belt tournament after so many years competing in it between your time at Georgia Southern and JMU?
Yeah, I mean, I need more time to reflect, but it's so hard to win this thing. And, I had some teams at Georgia Southern. We were in the championship games and had a significant injury. And I felt like I had some teams that were capable of winning. And then the first year we had a team here in the CAA, and I thought we were going to win it. We lost a player of the year, Matt Lewis, and we were rolling at the time. And so you got to be healthy, you got to be lucky, and you got to be good. And, we were all those this year.
Right here in the front.
For the players, Coach brought up the winning at Michigan State earlier. You just talk about the growth of this team from that Michigan State win to now, just all of it coming together to cut down the net.
I can say like coach said. After that game, we knew we had a target on our back. So Coach B did a good job for always reminding us that we already have pressure, and it made us get immune to it. And all we know is pressure. So that's why we was able to come out here and do what we did in this tournament, because we knew that even like everybody might think the pressure is on us, but we already know that, and that's why we play the way we do, go out and play so aggressive on the defensive end. So like it's been a pressure season, and we got used to it, and that's why we champions.
I would just say we had a big emphasis on year and just winning the next game, not looking ahead, and just staying like focused on the task at hand. And I think Coach B did a really good job emphasizing that this tournament, like one game at a time. Tonight, like all we had to do was go out and go 1-0 and get the win, and so I think that helped us a lot this year, just kind of staying down, staying together.
Jarvis in the back right here.
Yeah, coach, just for you, for maybe people that don't watch the Sun Belt on a consistent basis, just how challenging is this league to play in? And what I'm getting at is, when do you think we'll reach a point where this is a too big league?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal of the Sun Belt. I mean, there's teams capable, and like I said this last year, I thought there was 4 or 5 teams in our league that could have won multiple games in the NCAA tournament, and we were one of them. But we got knocked off, and same deal this year. It's a league that when you're in it, you know how difficult it is. We got to push together as a league, and hopefully the goal of the league at some point is not to have a bad loss. And there's certain leagues that have it right now, and we got to get in the league to where we win a game and we don't drop in net rankings. And you lose a game because somebody playing against good teams, and you stay right there, and then the Sun Belt's better. So there's good coaches, good players, and it's deserving, but we need to take the next step as a league.
Good, Paul.
Moving forward, NCAA tournament, everybody loves a Cinderella team. They always look for an upset. Do you think that you will be in that role going into the NCAA tournament, and do you like that role?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the first time we're going to be an underdog probably since the first game of the year. And, these guys like that position. They like any position possible. We got to celebrate because we deserved it. We're going to take a couple of days off. I know Noah needs at least probably 3. His body's a little beat up right now. And then we'll get back to work, and we'll figure out who we play on Sunday, and we won't be scared. We'll play very aggressive, and we'll play hard, and we'll compete. We don't know any better.
No, just talk about the tournament. MVP after all of this, and you get to you have the dot around your neck. How does just all that feel, just culminating together?
So good. When the buzzer rang, I was just so happy. It's something I've been trying to do for 4 or 5 years now, and to do it with the group of guys that I got to do it with, like these teammates, like all my best friends, is just I'm just so happy. Like I'm excited, but like coach, like we're not done yet. Like we're gonna go and we're gonna make a run.
Go ahead, Billy.
To kind of build off of that, for both players, being here last year, how did you use that in the offseason, and where do you think that took you personally to carry you to this point now?
I think it made me work harder on the offseason. I came down here, I feel like I played real good in the last year tournament. So going in this summer, when they brought in these guys that we had on the team this year, and me and Noah, we came and had an agreement before the season even started, and we said we're gonna push each other and we're not gonna let each other really have that many bad days, and we just get on each other, and we let each other, like he yell at me, I yell at him, and I knew it was gonna be good after that. And before the first game of the year, we didn't even feel confident. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but we didn't really think we can do it, honestly. And when Noah came out there and hit that first shot, and that's when I think our season turned up right there. I knew we had a chance to beat anybody else, and I told him I had his back, and it just been like that for the last 34 games. And whether we lost or anything, the 3 losses we got, we went in the locker room, we just said we're going to get back to work, we're going to get better this week. And I knew we was going to be here in this seat after the winning championship. So it's here now, and I feel great.
I would just say that I thought I was a pretty competitive guy like my whole life, but Terrence at the Fat over there. He's the most competitive guy I've ever met in my life. He pushes you every day at practice, no matter what kind of drill you're doing. He's trying to win. He's trying to do his best, and he really just forces people around him to step up their game and be great with him. And he's just a special person, special player.
Final questions? Right in front.
Coach, just talk about climbing up that ladder. You know, everyone talks about cutting down the net for the, you know, for the conference championship. Just what was going through your mind climbing the ladder literally to the top of the mountain?
Yeah, I mean, it still didn't sink in, and you know, it was you know, it's such a hard to be good 3 straight days, and I'm sure it will later. But when I turned around, like that was a special moment. I looked at the guys, and this has been an incredible ride with them. Like I said, they're fun to coach. The journey's been great. They're so deserving of everything they're getting right now, and I'm glad that they got this moment. I'm glad they got this because they deserved it. And I looked around and saw their faces and the celebration and everything else, and it's an incredible feeling for me to kind of see it all come together at the very end.